Anji, good morning 9G. We are going to begin up with the class. Students with the camera off, quickly you can switch on the camera. Then we are going to begin up with the class. Okay, it's Angadeep. Angadeep, you are requested to please switch on the camera. Divyanshu, Harman, and Nancy. And one more is Parampreet. Yes, bacha. I know you all are here for study. Yes. There is no one. Mama said that go and sit and attend your class. So if you are here for study, you have to have your camera on and your concentration on the class. Okay. Chale, let's begin. In the previous class, we studied about the distance time graph. Yes, we did the introduction, and in one lesson we did the whole of the syllabus we have covered till now once more from the NCERT. Yes. Any confusion? Have you read that? Okay. Any confusion? Anyone? Okay. Good. Good. Okay. So graphs, I'm going to give a brief recap, fine, so that you can connect with today's class if anybody missed out anything from the previous class. So let's begin. Let's begin. In the graphs, the first topic we have started is the distance time graph. Yes. Okay. Children, I be taking your attendance a bit later. First, we do a little of the work and then we go with the attendance. Okay. So if anybody left in between, that's on to you. You have to be particular for your class. It's not that you just came for the attendance. I know you are not like that, but still. Okay. Okay. So your eyes onto the screen, bacha. We are going to have a distance time graph. There will be two axes. One is the x-axis, one is the y-axis. On the x-axis, you will be having the time, obviously. Anji, who is going to tell that why we have the time onto the x-axis always? Why we have time on x-axis always? Yes, Krishna. Hanji bacha.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, dear.
Ma'am, time is a independent value, so we take time as time on x-axis.
Very
And
good.
as time is moving and distance can be constant, but the time cannot be.
Very good. Because time is the one quantity which keep on moving. It is not going to depend on anything. And we know this, that x-axis you are going to have the independent axis. Means that the quantity which is not going to depend, we have it onto the x-axis, and the quantity which depends on some or the other factor like the distance. If you move, you will cover the distance. If you don't move, you don't cover the distance. So this is dependent quantity. Time is independent. You study, you don't study, it keep moving. Yes. So the quantity which is independent, we write it onto the x-axis. Okay, ji. So this is the graph in front of you all. We have done three things in the previous class. That if you will be having a line parallel to the time axis, this shows that the position is in the state of rest. Yes. If you will be having a line parallel to the time axis, this means that the object is in the state of rest. Means when the time is 1 second, the distance is 40 meter. When the time is 2 second, the distance is still 40 meter. Time is 3 second, the distance is still 40 meter. It means distance neither increase nor decrease. Suppose you are at a distance of let's say 40 meter from any particular object, fine, and after 1 seconds you keep measuring the distance, and it is always the same. It means you are not even increasing, not even decreasing. Fine, it is the same. Okay, then the second we have done is, Rishita, your camera is off, kindly switch on your camera. Rishita, Lakshya, Nancy, Parampreet. Beta, please switch on your camera, all of you. Okay. The next line we can have is this way. This is the inclined straight line, which means that the object is in uniform motion. Here, equal intervals, fine, equal distance, equal time. So this is the kind of uniform motion. One more we have done, that if you will not get a straight line, which kind of motion it is going to be? Yes, because you are moving, distance में variation आ रहा है, so there is motion. But because you don't get a straight line, so you have the non-uniform motion. Means motion is there, but you know that proper uniformity is missing. So the non-uniform one. Clear? Okay. Moving on. Today we are going to talk about the calculations for the graph. First of all, this one only, the distance time graph, and then we move on with the next type of the graph. Okay. So let's say you are having a distance time graph with the uniform motion. It goes like this. Fine. So what it means, that you have equal distance, equal time. Let's draw it and let's show this. When the time is 1 second, the distance is 10 meters. So you got that point over here. When the time is 2 seconds, the distance is 20 meters. So the where they intersect, you just put a dot and a circle, not this big, but a small dot and a circle around, just to increase the focus of that particular point. Fine. Similarly, when the distance is 30, when it is 30, when the time is 3 seconds. So you're not going to do the big of the circles for intersection. What you have to do is, you will just put a small dot and a circle around that dot, like this. Is it clear? This dot is the point of intersection. To increase the focus, you just put a circle around it, this way. Done? Okay. Now the task for today is, see, from the distance time graph, you can find out the speed. What is speed? Speed is equal to distance over time. So if two of the quantities are given to you, are you able to find out the third one? In this case, distance you have, time you have in the graph. So you are very well able to find out this speed. Okay, let's see how. Let's say I give you two of the points. One is this point A, second is this point B, and I say the object is moving from A to B. Find out the speed. In this distance time graph, find out the speed of an object from A to B. Okay. For speed, what you have to do is, आपको क्या क्या चाहिए? Distance चाहिए, time चाहिए. At A, at B. Okay. At A, what is the distance? 20. At B, what is the distance? 30. You start from A and you go till B. Yes. So what is the total distance you covered? That is 30 minus 20. That is the final minus initial. Divide by the total time. Time के लिए you will extend the lines onto the time axis from A as well as from B. Riddhiman, is it clear to you? Okay. At A, the time is 2 seconds. At B, the time is 3 seconds. So it is 3 minus 2. Now please solve it. 30 minus 20 is 10. 3 minus 2 is 1. So 10 divided by 1 is what? It is a 10 meter per second. So this way you can calculate the speed from the distance time graph. You must be having the 2 points from where to where you have to find out the speed. Fine. You will see the initial distance, the final distance, you will subtract that. You will see the initial time, the final time, and you will subtract that. Okay, my dear students, one thing over here, there is only one line straight inclined to the time axis. All the other lines are drawn with the dotted lines. Is this clear, the meaning behind? See, dotted lines are just for the imaginary lines, which are not the real one. This is just the imagination that if the time is 2 seconds, the distance is 20 meter, then probably they will meet at this particular point. So that point is the actual one. Fine. Dotted lines means this is the imagination that if you have something like this, then where the intersection will take place. I hope it is clear. Okay. This is the last topic we left up with in the previous class regarding the distance time graph. Fine. So I'm just going to explain once again. In distance time graph, we studied about how to do the plotting of the graph. In the previous lesson, it is done. Then we did how to find out which kind of graph it is. Is it the uniform, the non-uniform, or the rest? Then today we have done how to find out the speed using the distance time graph. Hanji, any confusion till here? Anyone, any confusion till here? If you have any doubt, you can please ask. Okay. You can give a thumbs up if you feel like it is clear to you. If it is not, you can raise your hand. Okay, fine, good, very good. Okay, so this is the last topic we have done in the previous class. Fine, we left up there. Okay, Arushi, you are having some doubt, beta. Yes.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, dear. Yes, beta.
Ma'am, can you repeat once about the speed?
About the speed. Okay. Hanji, Riddhiman, what is your doubt? Riddhiman.
Mine was also the same.
Okay, the same. You also want to understand about that. Okay, fine. Okay, so children, your eyes onto the screen. So what you have is, see, you have the distance time graph. One side you have distance written, one side you have time written. Time we always write onto the x-axis. Fine. Why? Because it is the independent quantity. Don't forget to put the unit in the bracket along with. That is very, very important. Okay. Now, let's say you have the uniform motion, a straight line you will get. In the question, they are asking you that find out the speed on this from A to B. From any 2 points, from point A to point B, you are requested to find out the speed. Now what you will do is, speed ke liye you need the distance, you need the time. Starting is done from A, so you will check what is the distance at A. देखो distance है on the y axis, so you will check the value here. What is the distance at B? Like from where you started, what is the distance there? Where you end, what is the distance there? और फिर आप find कैसे करोगे how much you have covered? You are going to subtract the final minus the initial. Yes, the way we have done that, let's say you move from 3 kilometer, a point is there where it is written 3 kilometer, then you start covering some distance and you reach to the point where it is written 7 kilometer. How much you have covered? What you will do, that is 7 minus 3, you will get the answer as 4 kilometer. कितने kilometers cover किए? 4 kilometer. How you get that? That is where you reach final minus from where you started initial. When you subtract it, you will get the actual distance covered. Okay, so we are going to have the distance in this way. Similarly, from where you started, what is the time with respect to that? Where you ended, what is the time with respect to that? Final minus initial, you will get the time. Then you just put the values, you will get the answer. Arushi, Riddhiman. Once you are going to practice this, fine. Again, still if you face any doubt, my number is with you. Fine. So you can send message anytime. In the case of distance time graph, when you have a straight line parallel to time axis, that means the rest position. Yes. But in this case, it is the motion. Please look on to the graph, understand it, then we are going to move to the whiteboard again. Lakshya, your camera is off. Rishita, Parampreet. 3 of you are requested to kindly switch on your camera. Hanji. So what you read in that velocity time graph, is that clear? In this case, if you have a straight line parallel to the time axis, that means the object is in uniform motion. Fine. Let's understand this in detail. Let's understand. Okay. Okay. So we are going to have the velocity time graph, x-axis, y-axis. Okay, out of velocity and time will go on to x-axis because independent. Okay, velocity is dependent, it will go on to the y-axis. Don't forget to write the unit. Fine. Okay, kindly have this table, this graph onto your notebook also side by side so that we can do the understanding. And that time you are not going to write anything. That time only you are going to understand. Fine. Okay, so time 1, 2, 3, 4. Velocity also you will be having the values. Let's take it as 10, 20, 30, 40. 10 meter per second, 20 meter per second. Then here it is 30 meter per second. Then we can have 40 meter per second. Now we are going to have a straight line which is parallel to the time axis. In case of distance time graph, if we get this kind of line, that means the object is in rest. But here we don't have rest. See, children, one thing is very clear. What is the velocity at this line, at this particular line? It is 40 meter per second. Fine. So is it possible ever that आप 40 की speed से जा रहे हो and you are in the state of rest? Is it possible? No, na. This is not possible. If you are going with the speed, with the velocity of 40, so how you are at rest? Fine. So in case of velocity time graph, if you want to show the rest position, then it is this way. When the line will be on to the x-axis, completely onto the x-axis. Because this is the only point where you have zero velocity. Zero velocity means you are not moving. Understood? But if you are moving, you will be having some velocity. It can be 10, 20, 30, 40, but it can never be rest position. Fine. So we have the line over here at 40. It means your velocity is 40 over here. Fine. Okay. Now, Krishna, may I please check your notebook? Krishna. Krishna, where you are drawing the graph, can you please show me? Krishna, please switch on your camera. I'm talking to you. Or what else you are doing, kindly stop it. Okay? Yes, good boy. Okay. So in this case, your velocity is 40. Now let's understand how I can say this is the uniform one. See, when the time is 1 second, the velocity is 40 meter per second. When the time is 2 second, the velocity is 40. When the time is 3 second, the velocity is 40. It means you are having some velocity, so surely you can't be in the state of rest. Fine, you're not in the state of rest. So you are in motion. Now the thing is which motion it is. Is it the uniform motion or the non-uniform motion? For that, see how the time varies. 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. So is there any inequality? No, there is no inequality. Okay. Talk about velocity. Velocity goes from 40 meter per second to 40 meter per second. Again 40 meter per second. Again 40 meter per second. Is there any inequality? You can say it is 0, 0, 0, 0. What is the variation 0, 0, 0, 0? Is there any inequality in this case? Yeah, you don't get the particular number, but inequality bhi nahi hai. So this way we can say that this is the uniform one. Got it? So which graph it is? It is the uniform graph because there is the motion and there is no inequality in this case. So this is the uniform one. Fine. Hanji, any question till here? Anyone, any question till here? Nia, I feel a little confusing face. You are understanding everything, but still, hai na? Chalo, let's finish it up. I feel that the things will be clear. Fine. The confusing phase I can understand a little. The concept is a little new. Samajh mein aa raha hai? Whatever we are doing, are you able to get that? Okay. That is very important at this point of time. Fine. Because the things which we are doing right now, you have never done that before. Fine. So even if you give me the clarity of 50 to 60%, the task is done. because the rest is only clear when you do it, the practice yourself once. Fine. Okay, moving on with the next. In this graph, we have done one thing, that this is the uniform motion. That's it. This is the one point we understood till now. Now, you are going to write a note onto your notebook and we will be doing the next portion of this graph. Please write down. Make a note onto your notebook. I'm going to have this note from page number 105 if you have your book with you. It is on to page number 105, second half of the page, second paragraph. Page number 105, second half, second paragraph, where it is written that we know that the product of the velocity time graph give the displacement. You're not going to underline this. I just tell you the exact location. Fine. Okay. Now what they are saying is that in case of velocity time graph, like earlier we have done the distance time graph. What we did there, that in distance time graph, because the two things are given, distance bhi given hoga, time bhi given hoga, so we can find out the speed. Now similarly in this case, you know the formula of velocity? Velocity is displacement over time. Velocity is displacement over time. So if you are provided with the velocity and you are provided with the time, are you able to find out the displacement? Yes or no? If you are provided with the velocity, you are provided with the time, are you able to find out the displacement? Yes, we can. So velocity is equal to displacement over time. If you are having the velocity, you are having the time, you can very well find out the displacement. Now, what you are going to write, that is page number 105, second half of the page, second paragraph, third line. The area enclosed by the velocity time graph and the time axis will be equal to the magnitude of the displacement. I hope you all know from where I'm reading. Okay, you can write it down. If anybody is not having the book, you can please write it down. This is very important. The area enclosed by the velocity time graph and the time axis will be equal to the magnitude of the displacement. Written. Okay. Now what they say is that whenever you have to find out the displacement in the velocity time graph, what you will see, what you will do, you will find out the area under that along with the time axis. Okay, let's see. Let's do it onto the screen. Let's say this is your point 1, this is the point 2. You have to find out the displacement of the object from A to B. A से B तक आपको displacement find करनी है in this velocity time graph. So what you are going to do is, you are going to see the area. Area के लिए क्या करोगे? With respect to time axis, they are saying, means you are going to extend the line from the A onto the time axis. Make sure this is the dotted line because this is imaginary. Fine. You just want to check the points. So same way from B, you will extend the line to the time axis. Where it meet onto the time axis, you can label it as C and D. Fine. Now, for displacement, you will see the figure formed and you will find out the area of that figure. So what we are getting here, We are getting a kind of rectangle. Yes or no? There is a kind of rectangle in front of us. Fine. So what you are going to do, simply you are going to find out the area of this rectangle. That is area of, you can write S, that is displacement, is equal to area of, this is a rectangle in front of you. So area of rectangle A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. And how we can find the area of rectangle? That is the length into breadth. I can have the length as AD and I can have the breadth as DC. Instead of AD, you can take BC also, because these are the two opposite sides. Any one you can take. Similarly, instead of DC, if somebody is writing AB, there is nothing wrong in that, because we know that opposite sides of rectangle are always equal. Yes? Okay. Divyanshu ji, your camera is off. Nancy, Ishant. Ishant, I am able to see the fan and the lights, but I'm not able to see you. Very well done. Okay. So rectangle length into breadth. AD into DC. Okay. Your eyes onto the screen, please. Everyone, you're not going to write. I give you the minutes at the last to write down. Your eyes onto the screen. You have to find out the value of AD. AD. Children, see, AD is along the y-axis, I guess. Yes. This line is across the y-axis. So we are going to read the readings from the y-axis. AD. Okay, it begins from 0 and it goes till 40. Yes. So what is AD? That is 40 minus 0 multiply by DC. DC, if you look onto the DC, it starts from 1 and it goes till 4. So it is going to be 4 minus 1. Okay, 40 minus 0 is 40. Multiply by 4 minus 1 is 3. So 40 minus multiply by 3 is what? It is 120. Because while finding the area of rectangle, we actually find out the displacement. So the unit of displacement is what? That is meter. So dear students, this is your answer. Fine. Okay, don't worry. You are going to try it once. And in the next class, we will begin from here only. I gave you the time in the beginning so that you can once read it, that you have done. Yes. Now we have done it and we are going to do it in the next lesson also. But please make sure that you will come up with a complete reading of page number 105. Clear? The concept is that in the velocity time graph, how you can find out the displacement. That is by seeing the area, the figure under the displacement time graph and the x-axis. See what the area it is, which figure it is, find its area, you will get the answer. Hanji. Anyone, any confusion till here? Okay. Okay. If it is clear to you, fine. If it is 60-70% clear to you, very good. Fine. You are going to read it once, which I told you. Kindly do that. I will make sure that it will be 100% to you. Fine. But what you have to do is, today you have understood it. Now page number 105 you are going to read and we are going to continue this in the next class again. Okay. Okay, I'm going to wind up the class. Take care of yourself. Take a good care of your family members and keep smiling. Bye-bye. Aryan Ohri, keep smiling. Yes. Okay. God bless you all.